I'm Rachel and I am the messy mom in the kitchen. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we will be making meatless meatloaf. Feel free to use any kind of ground meat or meat substitute you want, and let's get started. So, the first thing we're gonna do for making our meatloaf, and I actually am using Beyond Meat, so mine is a meatless meatloaf, is I am going to cut open my package and put it right in here. Now meatloaf is great because you can throw all sorts of things in there, leftover vegetables, whether it's greens or peppers. You have half an onion that you use for something else, you could use that in here too. So, first step is to put your either ground beef, you can make turkey meatloaf, you could use anything that's a ground meat or meat substitute, then put it right in there as your base. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is put in my egg, just one egg. You don't have to use one, you can use something else as a binder, but just pop that right in. Now, since I already have a knife out, and I had some peppers that were sliced for just salad or just for munching on it, I'm gonna take a couple of those, give them some small dicing. I also had some leftover spinach that I used, some frozen spinach that is drained really well. You can use a handful of raw spinach and chop that up, but I happen to have this, so I'm gonna throw that in as well. So that's going right in. This is my spinach that I put in a container the other day. It's already drained, looks a little funny, but it's spinach. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is add in, you can use breadcrumbs. I like to use quinoa flakes. I learned about quinoa flakes a couple years ago, but I'm gonna put a half a cup in. So you can use, like I said, breadcrumbs or a kind of something to absorb some of the moisture. So we have half a cup here of our quinoa flakes, and quinoa flakes look just like this. Now, I've told you before, I like to minimize the mess. So I have my half teaspoon, and I'm gonna be putting in half teaspoon each of onion powder, garlic powder, and Worcestershire sauce. So I like to do my dry ingredients before my wet ingredients so I can use the same utensil. Always give Worcestershire sauce a good shake because it does tend to separate. Half a teaspoon of that. Then I'm gonna take my ketchup, give it just one good squirt. Also wanna shake that. Now I'm gonna take a fork just to mash everything up. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Now once I have this all mixed up together, I'm gonna put it in my baking pan. And I like to then, this is a trick I use for many things that I'm baking where I wanna even out the top, is I use water on my utensil on the top, because that helps whatever the batter or the main ingredient is from sticking to my utensil. So in a moment, I have some water over here on the side. I'm gonna pour it in, after I put this in my pan, you'll see me pour some water in and then smooth that out. That way it cooks more evenly when you have it all together. So I hope you've been enjoying this, and I hope you do subscribe so that you will get to share this with, I hope you've been enjoying my recipes. I hope you share this with friends and family. Please like and subscribe so that you get to see this and many more as I come out with new ones. And I know that you've gotten to see it when I see all of those likes and comments below. Now, it's not the prettiest thing, but it's all mixed in. I am taking my silicone dish, put it all in here. Now, if this is your main protein dish for your meal, I would say it makes about 4 servings. But if you're having other things with it, then you can cut it up into smaller pieces. So as I said, I'm going to pour some water in here. And then dip it in here as I smooth it out. That way it doesn't stick to the fork. Get it nice and even, and then I'm going to put it into the oven, which is already preheated at 350 degrees for about 30 to 45 minutes. I always check it after 30 minutes because sometimes with the vegetables it cooks faster or longer. You want to make sure that it is fully cooked and then has time to cool before dinner. In it goes. After 30 minutes, I added an extra 5 minutes just so that my meatless meatloaf would be a little bit more well done. Then I took a paper towel to dab the excess oil before it started to cool, and voila, dinner is ready. I hope you enjoyed this. Please share this, like it, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the messy mom in the kitchen.